I'm recording this video so in advance because I just want to get into the transfer window, as today, whilst I'm recording, it's Saturday, we have just drawn 1-1 with Salford in the league. And I think even Salford City fans, if they exist, would admit that we actually deserve to get something with them chances we had, more than we got. As today, we're getting a lot more than we used to get. As yes people, welcome to a glorious, what day would it be? Tuesday, I'm pretty sure today. Here, back on the Grimsby to Glory, episode number 8 now of season number 1. And we are hitting the transfer window. I am very excited about today, as I was about last episode. If you haven't seen that one, and you know what the series is roughly about, which I'm guessing you guys do, you've definitely got to watch the last one. And if you enjoy that one, hit it a like. Of course, hit this one a like. And if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, because of course you don't want to miss any future updates. As 3, 2, 1, update on screen. We are off bottom of the league. That's an achievement for me. We're 20th in it. We went unbeaten. We are unbeaten in 8 games. So it's funny that it's episode 8 today, as I also mentioned transfer time, which we'll get on to in a minute. As the games today, Colchester on the 31st of December. We'll have a tired team for that, I think, with Everton in the FA Cup away at Goodison Park. I am very excited for that one. Very good draw, as we have Barrow after that one. Salford City away from home, top of the league of course, with Doncaster away from home in the derby after that as well, which we've played plenty of times this season. So I'm thinking I might simulate that one. I'll play Colchester, Salford and Everton, if we can even get onto Doncaster, that is, because it's transfer time. And without ruining anything, I've been quite busy. I've definitely been quite busy. You can see the amount of players lining up on this list. There'll be some going out. There will definitely be some coming in. So we'll get on to this Colchester game to start us off with. At home at Blundell Park, as there's an unsettled youth player, Zachary Jacobs, who doesn't look the one. Sorry mate, released. I'll sit down with them and tell them if they're good enough or not, as we're getting player chats before this one. And a player returning is Bim Peppel, Arabim, but we call him Bim, as Danilo Orsi ready to play. I will say, you know how important you are to us. I know Ryan Taylor's arguing that Danilo Orsi's fit, but he should still play. I know what he can do, and he can wanting to jump in. I don't know how I'm going to play it, as I think I'm going to settle on this team, so Danilo doesn't make it in, but it probably might off the bench, as it's Max Crockham in goal. Mitchie Efferty in for Kirwan, giving him a rest from the squad completely, as Niall Meyer still has to stay in, very tired, with Smith and Anthony Glennon. Kiernan is on the left with Gavin Houlihan, Bryn Morris the captain for today, and Otis Khan hitting some good form himself, with Dan Cox who's on good form, and Ryan Taylor up front, 56 and 57 rated, not the highest at all. But injuries are injuries, as can we do anything on this bench to change it up? I think I'm going to take Dolan off, give him a rest completely, and put Sean Pearson on that bench. I'm also looking at some loan deals potentially for them players down below in the squad. And of course I've got contracts to do, but first, Colchester. And the visitors team, Kieran O'Hara Jr., Tishamadu, Bjorkstorm, Tom Eastman, Ryan Clamplin, Alan Judge, Hughes, Labala and Nubi, with Chilvers supporting Kwesi Appiah. Also, we did play the in-game game against Colchester last time, and we came out on top. That was the first in-game win of the save, and can it be the first team we do the double against? Let's just wait and see. Gavin Houlihan with the ball at his feet into Anthony Glennon, trying to pass the ball around, as these have got the worst away record. I think Colchester are rock bottom, in fact. They've gone to the bottom instead of us, so it's imperative we make them the first team we get the double against, which, of course, we're into the second round of fixtures against teams, so we should be able to feel them out. Knew how to get out of them last time as Neil Mayer. We have got some tired defenders in here, as Efferty blocks that shot. Still them coming forward with the ball, and we've tried to get a tackle in. Neil Mayer has done it. Or I've actually learnt his name's Niall Marr. I've been saying it completely wrong. Learnt that off the Grimsby commentary. Interesting fact, as now they're coming at us a little bit here. Smith just goes out of the way of his man, and Crockham forced into a save. Gleno manages to keep it in, And now we'll try and go again. Colchester starting off pretty slick, to be fair. And they think that we are up for the taking, because we were rock bottom for a large portion of the start of this season. As they're coming down this line a little bit here, putting a ball in near post. The man just had to tap it in. It was Kwesi Appiah, I think, who had to take that chance. As I can finally hear the town fans singing, "Sing when we are fishing." Finally the chance coming out as they're running down this wing, however. Gleno trying to recover for Kiernan losing it. Smith needs to win that header. Look at that. That's the physicality in the jump for him. As we've got the ball here, it's Otis Khan. I'm going to look for Taylor through that gap. That's not a bad ball. Just head that back. Can we keep it in, Kiernan? No, we don't. We just don't feel, I don't know, completely comfortable. As down this line, trying to cut across again. That's into the gap. Crookham with a good save. Can't get up in time. Just before half-time, Colchester with the worst away record, rock bottom, take the lead at Blundell Park. And our 8-game streak is somewhat in doubt. It's a brilliant ball around the corner, a good initial save. But in at the second time of trying. Oh dearie me, as Mitchy Efete, just got to try and get back into this game, I guess. Otis Khan round the side, straight into Dan Cox. Now it's Ryan Taylor picking up on it. Can we get a runner into the box? Can we get one before half-time? Khan forcing a corner, which will be allowed to go into the box as we'll try and whip this near post. No one there at all. Get it back in the mix of Bryn. It almost fell to Taylor. Just not on it as at half-time, 1-0 down. Losing at Blundell Park as one change is made. I'm going to put Harry on in the middle. Did get a goal against the Dons in the last game of last episode, so he's come on for the tired Bryn Morris. Kiernan gets the armband, which I thought last game was going to be his last. I think this is his last. Come on, boys. Got to play yourselves into that Everton squad if you want to be playing that one. Got to play well here today as Taylor finds Efete into Gavin Houlihan. That needs to go round into Dan Cox. Poor shot. Not great from him as a couple of changes being made. Maguire Drew is called upon, and Danilo Orsi for Cox as they've got the ball in the middle of the park here. We don't want it to go to 2-0, should I say, as Neil Myers very, very tired, but he's playing on a smudge with a horrific pass, and they've got a bit of a gap, and Crookham bails him out. Good save from our goalkeeper. A corner ball here for Colchester, been all over us, you've got to say. We have to be better going into the game against a Premier League outfit and Frank Lampard as it's on the edge of the box. Pass through and out. Gavin Houlihan injured now, so we've made all those changes. All 5 of them already as Matty Longstaff comes on for them. Kiernan Green is on the field. And Super Dan for Gleno. Just Niall Mayer is really, really tired, but he's going to have to play through it. So that's the ball in the middle. Took down Danilo Orsi. Nothing given. Not the form we were on last time out. As here's Otis Khan, though. He's got a bit of a chance to run. And he's got Danilo Orsi pointing to where he wants it. A good touch from Danilo. What a save, the goalkeeper. Best chance of the game so far for the Mariners. And it's still not in the back of the net as a corner ball here. Otis Khan to deliver it towards Meyer, who's tired. Almost fell for Orsi as Smith's got to keep this alive. As he does, he gets on this ball. Harry Clifton. Can he squeeze through that middle? Not really. Less than 10 minutes to go now as Kwesi Appiah finding a gap. We've pushed a lot of players forward. Niall Mayer's shattered, but he still manages to get the ball. We've got to go forward quickly here. 4 minutes, and look at the run of Ryan Taylor, who gets it through. He hasn't got the pace. He's going to look for Otis Khan instead. Khan! He scuffed it. Taylor just didn't have the pace to keep on going as the header's won by Kieran Green. Into Jordan Maguire Drew. Whoa, a shocking turn from the player who isn't fully match sharp, to be fair to him. And it looks like it'll be his first defeat in 8 games right here to bottom of the league as Mayer tries to get a tackle in. He actually doesn't. Kieran Green gets a block, but the whistle goes. We don't do the double against the U's. In fact, we are beaten at Blundell Park. Final score, 1-0 visitors. Of course, no, it won't last forever as more scout reports, and in fact, a lot of stuff going in. Peppel has been recalled by Luton. I thought I'd give him plenty of game time as that's expired. Smith has been recalled by Hull City. He was getting game time. Kiernan's was always out. Gavin Houlihan's out for 5 days. Amos wants his contract renewing. And I think we'll start there. Whirlwind of messages as Danny Amos want an important role. I'm going to offer him rotational. I can't offer you that important one. I will give you it in fact now, but I can't see it lasting. I'll give you a 1-year contract. Danny wants 3. Okay, we'll settle for 2 if he goes for 2, which he does. I don't want to upgrade his wage as well. Sorry, Danny. but I want to bring more players into the club, and I can't do that inflicting wages, as he does take it, an important role which he probably won't play, but he's staying here. As of course we now are in the window, so I'm going to try and get business done. I don't exactly know how much we've got because of this thing. It says current budget 1 million, spent this season 2 million. I don't really see that, and we've got a weekly budget to offer of 55. We don't really want to be offering players too much. 34 is the whole entire squads. So we'll see what business we can do. And of course, in League 1 and 2, there's a lot of players on 1-year contracts, so you can sign for next season, which is another thing I'm going to potentially explore. But for now, I want to go for the best options, and I feel like striker is definitely the starting place. Do we go big or go home to start off with? There's Tommy Conway on this list. 20-year-old. I don't know if they're opening to loan. They aren't, so I'll take him straight off of it. Another one is Aaron Presley. It says he might not be able to, but he's going to talk to us. Aaron Presley of Brentford. I'll show you him in depth if we can get him, as I'm going to go basic terms. I won't mind a short-term loan. Just the end of this season. Just test the waters with him, as I don't want to be paying entirely that much on his wage. I want to go with that. 50-50. For me, it's a bit too high. 35. Okay, it's out of the equation. Take him straight off that list. There's another one I looked at from the start. Oleof from Millwall. It doesn't seem like we can go in for him either. Antoine Hackford from Sheffield United. Can we go in for him? Right, it lets us. An 18-year-old, younger than Richardson, but could potentially play up front with him. As I want a basic terms. Not coming too far. Only from Paul Heckingbottom's men over in Yorkshire, as we're going to go short term again. That's fine by me wage wise. Hopefully it can go through. I think another option would be a centre back. We've got a lot going out of contract which you can't really approach. This guy looks decent, Louis John, but too much in my opinion. I want another loanee, I think. CJ Riley looks really good. Could we get him on loan? No, not interested. I'll take him off the list. I definitely want to find one here. There's Jasper Moon of Barnsley. Barnsley opening to talk. Of course, this is even more local than Sheffield, as we want a basic one. There's no one in the office. Oh, now there is. As a short-term loan. We just want it till the end of the season. 50-50 is fine by me. Yeah, I'll even pay 80. I'm not even going to lie. We want both of them in. I don't want to be spending too much, as we do have a week before Everton. Will these boys come into the club? It looks like we're getting something. I think this is Antoine Hackford arriving from the Blades, the first one through the door. One hasn't actually been ranked, maybe because it's a loan deal, but a good squad player. Still want to keep exploring the loan avenue, as this is Jasper Moon. He's through the door as well, another good one. And two quality players, as we've got approach for Jordan Maguire-Drew, which I definitely want to avoid happening, and two loan offers for his backup goalkeeper Ollie Battersby, one from Rochdale and one from Mansfield. I'd want them to be normal loans, but I don't know about Mansfield. He won't get any game time there. Maybe not even at, of course, what's its place? Rochdale. As for the Maguire-Drew approach, I definitely want to stop that happening. He's going to want a higher wage, but we're going to have to go with it. Do not want to lose this man, despite him not playing much. I do not want to lose him. He wants a crucial role. I will give him that. 25 years, not even hitting his prime so far. 2-year contract, so what we're going for and what he accepts, as I don't want any release clause on it. And maybe I could go up a little bit. We do need to move forward with the wages. 1.7. He wants a bit of a bonus fee with it, which I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to give him. I want to keep JMD here. Another player extending his stay, as I'm guessing loads of players want to play for Everton, but no one's come to us and actually said anything. The round of 64. We are at Goodison Park for this one, as we've got to get the team right. And as you can see, both loanees start the game. We've got Jasper Moon at right centre-back. Meyer's going to shuffle across, and Antoine Hackford starts up front with Ryan Taylor over Danilo Orsi and Dan Cox. We're going to go for experience, as it's a very strong team, but of course it's Everton we're playing, so they'll be strong as well, or definitely stronger. Gleno, a Liverpudlian, played for Liverpool Academy. He'll want to do well in this one, as we've still got players injured. Oh, Richardson's actually fit. I might slide Richardson onto the bench over Dan Cox. Sorry, you're just not experienced for this yet. You are experienced for the league, but not this competition yet. Richardson could come off the bench, and we could have a strike force back up and running, as that is the team. Goodison awaits. An extremely rich in vein stadium here. A lot of history. And of course, absolutely mental fans, which you love to see. Frank Lampard will be in the dugouts. It's Grimsby against Everton. Our first time against Premier League opposition. 20th in League 2 against the Premier League side Blues. Question is, what lineup they're going for? Very strong it seems. Pickford in goal. Patterson. Martins Quarter. Tarkowski. Godfrey. Ruben Vinagre. De Frutos in the right hand side. Onana. Allen, who's now left in real life, McNeil, and Salomon Rondon against 5 at the back. 5 at the back against Grimsby Town. Must think we pose a threat, as it's not a great first pass from Hackford, and these seem a very quick team, so we've got to be on mark right here to try and get something. Hackford turning back into Bryn Morris. Clifton forward. We'll just try and keep hold of this ball here. Go out wide into Otis Khan. Otis Khan to go backwards himself, and Morris with a turn. It's a slick one from Bryn Morris. Tackle from Onana has actually kept Bryn Morris down. That's what we wanted to avoid. Captain already down, so Gavin Houlihan's going to have to come on. And Crockham's going to take the armband, just lead them from the back. He's got the best view of the field. As Glennon through the middle. Brynny's still on. Just keep hold of this ball. If they don't have it, they can't score. As Otis Khan down the line. Bryn Morris are back through the middle. Bit of a poor one onto Clifton, but now Antoine has the ball. Hackford is going to hack it out wide into Khan. Back in the middle. Fall to Harry for a volley. I just saw the stars. I really thought that were going to line up for us as we've won the header. Hackford, we are taking this game to Everton as it's down the line into Nico Kerwin as right back far forward into Hackford. Side netting. Unlucky, you know that as... What's his name in the midfield? Onana. As it's down the side looking for Maguire Drew running at Nathan Patterson. It's Rounders. Ryan Taylor slotting in Maguire Drew's position. That is perfect. Just working for each other defensively. We know what we're against here. As Allen with the ball back. They don't have much of an attacking threat. Rondon very isolated. But he does have a touch on the ball right there. Jasper Moon coming across. Don't know why he's got a full head of hair and a beard. Doesn't actually have that as we'll go back to his goalkeeper. Crockham, get that out of the area as that's close to the winger, De Frutos, but we've managed to keep it away from him. On to Taylor. This is a good little counter move, you know. We're trying to get at this back five as it's Khan running at them. We'll keep the ball. We'll just go back into Nico Kerwin. Running through the middle. He's going to give it into Harry Clifton. Now back around Gavin Houlihan. Out wide into Khan. Back into Houlihan who can't force it through. Unlucky as we've still got to chase these down. That's through the middle. Straight into Gavin Houlihan now. Onto Hackford. He's getting a lot of involvement in this game. Quite a big fan of the Bladesman. Not a fan of that pass though from Kerwin, but we still managed to keep it. Almost half time. Unscathed against Everton after losing to bottom of the league last game out. What an improvement in the FA Cup. 0-0, yes, but we've got to remember what we're against. And to be fair, don't want to speak too soon, but we have really been the better team in terms of possession, I would say. Maybe they've had more, but we've tried to do more with it. Not really give Rondon a sniff at all in this game as Maguire Drew finds Ryan Taylor through there. Onto Gavilar, who puts it out wide straight into Nico Kerwin. Needs the run of Khan down this wing. Not going to entirely get it, so tried to keep the ball, but tackled, and they've run out of play. I'm thinking Richardson soon to come on for maybe Taylor. Or maybe even Hackford. He's been good, but Taylor just offers that experience. I don't know. As Houlihan across the middle of the park. That's a ball onto Harry Clifton. Here's Hackford. There's a bit of a gap for Otis Khan here. Why not take a shot on? Testing Pickford a little bit. We've just got to take them angles. Every chance we see on net we'll try and take as Ruben Vinagre puts it down that line into Dwight McNeil. Coming across to try and block it off. That's a pass around us though. And this is good play from the Blues as we've got the ball finally. Run away from the Toffees here into Hackford. It is actually Taylor I'm going to take off. I'm going to go with the two youngsters. Why not? If we're going to try and forge that as the way forward, why not? As that's a brilliant ball down to Kerwin. Taylor's in the box. Maguire Drew's there rising and really tests Pickford in the goal. I mean, Everton are the weaker team right here in this game as a corner kick for Town. If we're going to get something, maybe it comes from this. Khan. Oh, that's a terrible ball. But still, Maguire Drew can pick up on it. And he can put an in-swinger into that box. Looking for Hackford. Just away from Vinagre, I think, as it's going to fall back to Otis Khan. Here is Hackford, edge of the box for Harry Clifton. Easy for Pickford. Couldn't really take it as Jill coming on now. What are the Toffees cooking up? I don't know, but we'll try and cook something up ourselves as Harry's just allowed room in the middle. Finds the pass on to Richardson, going out wide. Richardson does like a header. There's Semenyo in there. Oh no, Semenyo. Hackford. I'm going back to the last Grimsby save here. Thinking about the good Premier League days we had as there's a man down. He's got back up. It's Harry. Almost the end of the game right here. We'll take a 0-0 with Everton as, hang on, a chance for Houlihan here. He puts it through to Richardson. Richardson! Off the crossbar. Hackford trying to get there. A big chance. Houlihan straight to Jordan again. We could have won that. We really could have won that. Does it go extra time or is it another replay that we've got to go to? It might be a replay. I think it is. Look at that. Dominated against the Toffees. And if I don't say so myself, what a game. As we're going to have to play it really quickly, aren't we? Bryn Morris and another scout report looking at more players. Look at that for a turnaround. Literally 2 days off and we play Everton again, which I am going to do. I'm going to probably play Barrow and leave Salford till next episode because I still do want to get players through the door. As there's a transfer offer gone in right here as well. Barnsley after Ryan Taylor on a free. To be fair, I think it's closer to home for him. And it is a road to glory. A 34-year-old striker on his way out. I'm a really big fan of Ginger in real life, but I don't see him staying here at all. So we're going to let that one go through. Jordan Maguire drew one, of course, we've already intercepted. As we're going to see if there's many players we can look at. With some of these players, we can actually go in for a next season signing. And there's a goalkeeper here and a plethora of more players, should I say, including this man, Joe Walsh. I don't know. We've got Tom Anderson. They are high wage players, though, should I say. As Louis John, I did speak about him earlier. I do think he'd be a good addition for next season. But I do see his wage, and I don't see us really getting him in for a wage like that. Oliver Younger. He is younger. Maybe an option. I approach to sign him on his contract expiry. Rotational player. I know it's not going to be a world beater, but I think he might be better than what we have. A 2-year contract. He wants 4. 3. Can we settle on 3? There we go. I'm never going above a 3-year contract. Accept that. And his wage, he's willing to take that wage cut, should I say. But it's still a little bit high, I would say. Can we knock it down to that? I'd be happy if we could. No, I'll just give him it. We've got to pay players higher wages at some point. Younger will be in next season. Star rating that. As do I want to go in for Jamie Jones as well? I'll keep off of him for a bit. I don't think that signing was permanent, like straight away, was it? For Younger, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. No, he'll come in next season, so we're still with the squad we have. As into Everton again. I said we wouldn't play them out both, didn't I? But we actually will play them both. I mean, I won't play Barrow. I'm going to say Bradford then. Barrow we won't be playing. As Crockham's got an offer in here, we're going to reject that. He wants to stay with us as number 1. As Kieran Green wants to be in the team. Say I'll consider him, but this is the team that I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Gav in the middle. Hackford actually comes onto the bench. I'll start Richardson. Defence really the same, apart from Mitchie Effete stepping in. See if he can do any better for a tired Kerwin. There we go. Everton at Blundell Park this time. Second Premier League game today. And a new player getting the armband in this one. It goes to youth prospect Harry Clifton, who's going to lead us against these. It looks like they've rotated a lot. They have. Japukovic in goal. They've got Nathan Patterson still there. Godfrey there. Cody comes in. Martinez Quarter and Mikalenko. They are thinking about tiredness more than me. With Townsend, Grisagana Gay, Decore, Juanmi and Neil Morpai. That's a very strong lineup. They can literally rotate and still have it strong. So we're facing a lot of first team players today for Everton. I did say Premier League, didn't I, at the start of this? It's not Premier League, of course. FA Cup competition, as we're hoping to progress into it, of course. Big tester. We did it away at Goodison, got a draw, 0-0. But it's going to be a lot harder in this one. I'm expecting they just want to get through. Could potentially go all the way to Pennos. Who knows? As we'll get this out wide into Otis Khan to run with it. He's going to try and check back right here into Gavin Houlihan. Harry, the captain, on the edge into Richardson, who was going to pull the trigger. Unlucky as we made a tackle forward. Gavin Houlihan. Taylor was making a bit of a run. It's going to be a shame when we lose Ryan Taylor. Just nostalgia from that of course, promotion winning season last year. As get a good pass right there. That's a good one round the man. Taylor's in the box. You know, it might fall here to Jordan Maguire-Drew, which it does. And Grimsby Town lead against Everton in the FA Cup at Blundell Park. As soon as that left his boot, I had the feeling it was going in the back of the net. And I was correct. A season of misery for the Mariners at the start. But now we lead against Premier League opposition. Not a great header from Connor Cody. And it falls to the man who's back from injury with a bang. Maguire-Drew near post. Get in there, JMD. I mean, it's far from done. But in what, 116 minutes plus stoppages of football against the Toffees, we lead 1-0. That's an achievement in itself, as we need to keep this ball here. Jasper Moon. What an appearance he made at Goodison. And I'm hoping plenty more. I should have got him on the loan to buy, to be fair. Maybe getting ahead of myself as we're getting ahead right here again. It's through to Richardson. Taylor is running through and Taylor just puts it wide. We're unlucky there as the throw-in into Townsend. Back to Nathan Patterson. Just trying to get right side here and make sure they can't really do anything. We want to hold on to this now. Decore. Of course, I'll still go forward. I'm not that kind of manager to sit on a result as Crockham with an amazing save right there from Juanmi, who's, of course, in the team sheet for Dwight McNeil this time round. Head that away. Of course, it's from a corner. A set piece has done as it's Martinez quarter. A shame to concede like that. But what can you do? Into the box, over his heads. Gavin Houlihan. He's a small player, but a big mistake. One apiece. That is a shame, but we're not going to cry about it. It's into JMD, the goal scorer. Back into Harry Clifton. Turns out into Maguire-Drew. He just goes back into Gleno. He's up for these games, should I say. Liverpudlian is now back out to JMD. In the middle to Taylor. Manages to keep the ball away from Godfrey. Come on. Let's finish this half strongly. Very well done from the boys to keep possession there. As we'll pass that through. Houlihan again. Fan of him, of course, but he's making some mistakes in this one. As it's up to Taylor. Around the side. That's a good ball onto Gleno. Can we just dink that over? Near post. Richardson. Oh! Japukovic had to save that one off the bat. As we're going to go short with this one. Into Houlihan. Swing that in. Taylor's in there. He's headed it backwards. We're still dominating these kind of games. Oh, Taylor. Not Taylor. Niall Maher. We can't let that go round us as Crockham becomes a hero. Neil Maupay can't take the chance. And at half-time, 1-1. Still level with the Toffees. What a game as Gavlar through the middle. Now onto Taylor. The chance of we only sing when we're fishing. Rocking around the stadium, which, of course, again, I must say, I love to hear in FIFA. As Houlihan is going to keep this ball into Clifton. This is really good play. Can Taylor try and get a gap right here? He can leap, as he does do. And a bit of a mix-up at the back. Defence very well structured in this game so far, as we need to win that header. And Moon does. Straight into the feet of Harry, as he's going to cut inside and give it onto, I think that was Houlihan. Now it is. It's Danilo Orsi who's just come off the bench. He's come on for Taylor. Kieran Green's come on. Harry will go onto the left and Maguire-Drew onto the right. As here's Gleno. Have we got options in the middle? That is a brilliant ball. JMD had to be there. Into the last, well, less than 20 minutes now. Frank's not really got it right against these Mariners, as we need to keep on defending. Maupay's found a gap though. And just like that, Neil Maupay puts Everton in the lead at Blundell Park. That is a gutter. That is a big gutter punch, especially when it's showing you hyper motion. Crockham could have done better, I think, but he was 1-on-1. 2-1 Blues. Feel very harshly done by, because again, I think like we've dominated the game again and done really well, as we've got to go forward. I know it's Everton, but we've got to attack. As Efforty, that is one of the most clean, perfect, precise tackles I've ever seen, as it might lead to something. Jordan Maguire-Drew's back over here as Orsi, pointing to where he wants it, he's kept onside. It's going to be the power shot. And no, it was offside. Not long left of the game now. You can see how many players forward. Harry with a killer tackle, really, as they're coming at us a little bit late on in this game. Got to shuffle across Niall Maher, as we've got to try and block this from coming into the box. They're keeping it in the corner against us. How dare they? Into the middle now, though. And Maupay has grabbed his second to kill us off. We're going to be out of the FA Cup. To Everton. We took it to a replay, but not to be. Not even going to get to see the replay. So we'll take the kick off. Harry Clifton on the yellow. We can hold his heads high, boys. After the shocking start to the season, to say we took it all the way against Everton, we can just take pride in ourselves. As we've got a message straight away, and Alex Hunt wanted on loan by Wickham. Wickham in the league above. I mean, he's one of the players I wanted to get out on loan, so I will offer that 1 year loan if they do take it. I think that is absolutely perfect, as Niall Maher saying he's happy with the game time. I'm happy with his performances. Very, very happy. As we're moving on to Barrow, we'll simulate this one as a short-term deal for Battersby. That goes through. Happy with that one, but then again, we need another goalkeeper coming through the ranks, as this is Battersby leaving. Oh no, it's Taylor. He doesn't leave now, of course, but he will go to Barnsley next year. There's the message. He will leave to go to the Redmen. As we've got Barrow, I feel like there's a win to be had here. Get us back on it a little bit, and some changes to be made as well. We'll go with the changes that we actually made before. So the first team we actually played against Everton with Moon and Maya or Ma at the back. I'm going to have to get used to that. I don't know who I'll make captain. Maybe Ma. Maybe Ma. I'm a big fan of Gleno. No, Taylor's leaving, isn't he? I'll give it Gavin Houlihan. He's quite experienced in this lineup, so I'll give him it. I like the rating, of course, of Green. Oh no, but Morris is fit, so sorry, Gavin. I think Bryn Morris has got to take that armband. Very experienced headers. There's the team. Maybe Taylor comes out, because of course he won't be our player next year. Dan Cox, as far as I know, will be. We'll go with Orsi and Hackford up front, and we'll run with it like that. I'm still in the market for another striker. Any comments, leave them down below. As Barrow come to Blundell Park, you can see we're tired from that replay. Hopefully it still works out for us, as it doesn't. A 3-1 defeat at home. Orsi got us up and running, but a Taylor double and a Warren one late on shows that we definitely need signings. Anyway, on to Salford, as I might as well simulate this one, you know. I think we do, as Hunt, a 2-year loan. No, I'm not going to go with 2 year. I think that's too much, even though he is low rated. Don't want him gone that much. There's another animation here. I think this is Battersby leaving the club. I'm not sure. Yes, it is. 6 months. As I think this is potentially the opportunity, as Cross, that's a decent upgrade, to put Lucas Terry in the team. I know he's low rated, but as technically a goalkeeper, yes, it's not really going to work out for him, but we're going to let it slide. So he'll go onto that bench. Maybe we'll play him outfield. Who knows? Let's have a look at his stats for outfield. They are very, very good. And as you can see, for this game, one change, which is Richardson coming in for Danilo Orsi. So we've got a player on the bench, although he's not a great goalkeeper. He's classed as one, and we've got a player in the team. So 56 points there on. We played these away in real life today, got a 1-1 draw. This time we get a 3-2 win against top of the league. What a turnaround. Smith within 3 minutes. Maguire drew back on the score sheet again. Richardson and Kerwin put us in dreamland. Lund got a nervy one at the end. Beaten top of the league away from home. Very nicely done, as Terry says he's been dreaming of this. Just change your position, mate, as Bryn Morris. Richardson's gone up a rating, and Efforty came off the bench to play well. He's asking for more game time, though. You'll get it in due time, as where are we in the league? We're 20th. Time for a zoom in, though. Been a long episode, this one. 27 points. We are in amongst the bottom half, so we could still get a high finish, I believe, if we just put it in. 40 points is the playoffs. That is very much slipping away. 13 with all these teams in between as well, but we're going to go for it. We're going to keep on trying. We've just beaten top of the league. Very nice result, with some travels away from home coming up. Pretty sure it's Stockport and Donny. It is. Deadline day, Newport around our position. Beat top of the league today. Northampton and Leyton Orient. So, very interested. Good results, I would say, even though we lost Everton in the simulation. Okay, as thank you guys for watching this episode. Don't forget, of course, to like, comment, share and subscribe to, of course, be notified as well when an upload comes out. Up the Mariners. I will see you all in a bit. Take care in a bit. Again, I'll say that. And peace.